Rebirth sets the multiverse on a new course today with a gigantic 80-page special. We've got writer Geoff Johns here to take us inside the game-changing book and give us a peek at the future of our favourite superheroes. Why did you want Rebirth to happen?
Dan and Jim said they were going to end this, the new 52 at 52, and they wanted to relaunch everything, and they wanted to use the name Rebirth, and I was very proprietary over that name because of the past books I've done, Green Lantern Rebirth and Flash Rebirth, and I said it's something extremely specific to me. And I stepped back and said, okay, let me craft a kickoff issue or a story that will reset and re-examine the history of the DC Universe, taking it all back to the very first 1938 Action Comics #1 and incorporating everything that's happened as one giant story, bringing back the thematic elements of the DC Universe that I think are traditional to the DC Universe. This one shot is really important to me because I think it helps bring back a lot of characters, it helps establish some new things in it that we haven't seen, and it helps tie it to the entire history of the DC Universe. That's what it's designed to do.
And you're very clever with saying it's not a reboot. It's not wiping everything clean and starting again. It's almost like a soul cleanse.
Yeah, well, you know what? If we've spent decades deconstructing comics, this is the opposite. Rebirth was really a rebuilding.
So something that we can talk about in this first issue right here, in the 80-pager, it's full of great things, Wally and Barry. There's a lot going on there. Can we talk about that scene?
Building up to that Barry-Wally scene is incredibly emotional. The plot is simply someone trying to come home and someone trying to reconnect with the people he cares about. When Wally eventually goes through this journey and gets to Barry and he can't make it and he's like, this is the end for me. But as long as I can, tell them to be careful and there's something out there and look out, and also say thank you to the man who was like a father to me, then I can go.
Can move on and be at peace.
Then I can be at peace, then I can die. And for me, it was a very powerful moment to have Wally get there, because I didn't want him in the face of obliteration to be afraid. Every second is a gift is kind of the theme of the entire thing. Every second is precious that we have here. And Wally's life was very full. And for him to have a moment with Barry where he can tell him that and thank him for all the things that were lost, but we still have, even though they were taken away. He's still appreciative of them, and they're still there, and that passion and love is expressed, and that's what helps it get through to Barry. And then suddenly, as he's about to become one with his Speed Force and cease to exist, something in Barry changes, and he reaches in and with everything he has, yanks him out. And then Wally, in that splash page, I love it, Wally and Barry embracing, and Barry says, how could I ever forget you? That page sums up the entire book. This
is something that you've been keeping a secret for a little while now, and now today it's out there. Dr. Manhattan.
Nobody saw that coming. I hope nobody saw that coming. I hope they read it, and like a lot of people here, read it for the first time and were like, oh my God, this is insane. And I know it'll be controversial, I think, using Dr. Manhattan as an antagonist. And I kind of say like less an antagonist, more of an entity. Because it's his perspective.
Now.
Yeah, and his perspective is, and when we talk about he stole 10 years from us, and then Wally says, no, he stole love. Those 10 years were all these moments where these characters connected.
It's like he's playing the puppet master almost. He's kind of just toying with everyone and everything. Yeah.
I understand that some people might think it's controversial to use the character, but I actually think the character represents the perfect opposition for a rebirthed and optimistic, hopeful DC Universe that is trying to exist again.
DC Universe Rebirth is a book that you are going to want to read for yourself. So head to your local comic shop and pick up your copy right now. See you guys tomorrow.